What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, hit that like button. We're gonna be breaking down everything that happened on the Big Brother 23 live feeds yesterday, and I'll be honest with you, not too much really did happen. This was kind of a day where everybody kind of knows what's going to happen on Thursday, but this was a day where people were kind of making plans going forward, who the next target is, how do we get there, what the actual plan will be. But there are some stuff I still do want to talk to you guys about. Before we get into that, tonight is the veto episode, so I will have a review as well as a recap of what happened today on the feeds tomorrow morning, and then also on Thursday we will have the live eviction episode. We do our live eviction watch parties right here on the channel, so if you are not subscribed, again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on so you get a notification when I go live, also when new videos get dropped. The watch parties are a lot of fun here with you guys on the channel, especially with everybody in chat, kind of talking about who your favorites are in the house, who you want to win HOH, especially those HOH competitions live. Those are a lot of fun. And early on in the season, we usually do get a definitive answer on who the HOH is, so we don't have to wait. So those are always a lot of fun to find out. But let's just kind of jump into what happened throughout the day. And look, Frenchie's going home. There's no way at this point that it flips to Britini. It's almost 150% confirmed. Frenchie will go home. It would take a miracle at this point to save him in the game, and I just do not see anything like that happening. Credit to Britini, though. She did do kind of her due diligence to make sure she has the votes. She kind of had meetings with everybody today, kind of checking in, you know, say, hey, do I got your vote? Stuff like that. But she really didn't have to at this point. Also, I think it was a day early. She should know that, you know, Wednesday's really the day where things kind of flip and flop and it can happen. But again, there's really no need for it to happen. So it was a thing. Frenchie, though, man, he does not want to take any responsibility for his gameplay or for him leaving the house. He was pretty much saying, man, I better get a chance to play this game again without 5 meatheads running everything. It'd be so different. It's like, no, you know what would be different? If you didn't promise everybody safety, if you didn't make alliances with everybody in the house and then blow up those alliances in the house. Really, also, it's not even 5 meatheads controlling the game. The women have a lot of say in what's going on moving forward and making a lot of the plans on who to go after. No, Frenchie, just no. So yeah, he does not want to accept any responsibility for him being the one to go home. He's hoping there's a wheel on the stage so that maybe he can come on back in the game or something. Meanwhile, just a couple of days ago, he was ready to quit the game. So look, Frenchie, we'll see what happens on Thursday, but goodbye, buddy. I'm pretty sure you're the one who's going to be going home. But who will be the next target? That's the biggest question, right? What's going to be happening moving forward? And I think it's going to be Brent. Brent has not done a good job of really making friends in this house. He's been making just more and more enemies as the weeks been moving forward. Even someone who probably should be his closest ally, Whitney, is pretty much done with him now at this point. They had a little bit of a spat on the hammock where he was kind of being paranoid, saying, hey, everybody's coming for me. And Whitney's just like, calm down, right? And he's like, don't tell me to calm down. And got to kind of like, you don't know me. He's like, I've dated plenty of women like you. And it's like, okay, buddy. As he left, Whitney was like, yeah, I don't get more annoyed by anyone ever than him. Every single day, he just annoys me more and more. And that's pretty much kind of the sentiment around the house. He will need to win HOH, I think, to kind of make sure he's not a target. But there are some other ways that he could potentially get off, and we'll talk about that in a second. What would he do if he won HOH? I think he would go after Azah. He's kind of talked before how he doesn't get along with her, especially yesterday there was kind of a group talk, and he was talking about the difference between floaters and coasters, and Azah kind of had to school him on that of like, no, this is what it actually is, right? Because, you know, there is a legitimate strategy to being kind of a floater. The coasters are the ones that kind of just sit and do nothing, right? They're just kind of sitting on the table and doing nothing, where a floater actually does kind of float back in between people, getting information and making moves. So he kind of got schooled there, and he didn't appreciate that. So I think he would probably go after someone like Azah if he were to win HOH. But again, I feel like most of the house will be targeting him going forward, though there are some other targets as well, including Christian and Alyssa and Whitney. So it kind of depends on who wins HOH, but we'll see. I have a good feeling that Brent, it will be the big target this upcoming week. Now, that said, like I was saying, there were a lot of discussions about what to do moving forward. There was a really good conversation between Xavier and Kai up on the balcony on the foosball table, and again, it was kind of involving, who they should target. They both kind of agree that Brent and Whitney are the next big ones, but these guys would rather see Whitney go first than Brent. They believe Brent wouldn't go after them and put up a guy, so it'd be kind of better for their game if he was not evicted first, and it would be Whitney, because they think she would be more vengeful and try and actually come after someone like Kai or Xavier. So they would actually rather see her go. Meanwhile, a lot of the girls would rather see Brent go, especially Hannah. She is very much looking forward to get rid of Brent. So it's going to be interesting to see. Tiffany, on the other hand, would rather get rid of Christian and Alyssa, but she's also willing to kind of go along with the Brent plan, because obviously that's still good for her game in the long run. Speaking of Christian, we did also see a new house guest enter the fray. Rico. Christian had a little bit of a new look yesterday with the straightened hair and the glasses. He was rocking this, calling himself Rico. So that was a thing as well. I just kind of want to mention. But the other big thing is who will win HOH and who even wants to win HOH. For example, Sarah Beth was talking to us on the feed saying, I do not want to win HOH. It is not good for my game. First of all, if I win HOH, then Christian and Alyssa aren't an option. But she just feels like for her and Kai, which she said in this kind of talk to us in the camera, he's my ride or die, and it's kind of best if we just kind of lay low and keep things down on the, the underground, right? Like, don't make more waves than they have to at this point. Derek X also pretty much does not want to win HOH, because then he can't, have Brent and Whitney as the target. So he's like, look, I'm out of it, right? It's for you guys to kind of figure out. So I think a lot of people are going to be kind of throwing it, because this is where the team dynamics are coming into play a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see who actually wins HOH and how things go this upcoming week, because again, I'm pretty sure Frenchie will be the one to be evicted. Now, that said, we can take another look here at our alliance chart and kind of figure out what people are thinking, because again, the slaughterhouse, it's really done. There's not much to say about them. The kings and queens, it's shaky, right? Because there are people that think that, Christian and Alyssa are targets, especially Tiffany. She would like to see them go up. Kai and Sarah Beth, again, they're kind of going to be laying low. Claire, I think, is on board with Tiffany in that Christian and Alyssa might have to be big targets coming up as well. Xavier is on the Brent and Whitney train, though, so their targets don't all line up, and in fact, they're kind of targeting each other a little bit. The cookout is still going pretty strong. Other than that, everything pretty much is the same with the alliance chart. I do have to rework it a little bit, and I'm going to have to update you guys with a whole new one. I'm going to do a little bit of a rework, a redesign on it probably today, so look for that in tomorrow's video, as well as on my Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, twitter.com/OriStreams or @OriStreams. That is my Twitter handle. Twitch as well is a place where I live stream. I probably will be live streaming tonight, playing some games with some friends, kind of having the live feeds on in the corner if anything big happens. But again, I don't think much is going to happen in there. So if you're not following me over on Twitch, you can do that, twitch.tv/OriStreams as well. But thank you guys for joining me today. Again, make sure if you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, because tomorrow we'll have the review of tonight's episode as well as the live watch party for the eviction. So that's going to be a good time as well. Just as always, guys, remember to expect the unexpected, and I will see you next time.